dancer, they go to the strip club, right? So if you want a woman that cooks, you go to places where she's gonna cook, or where you're gonna meet women that's gonna cook. You want a woman that reads, you go to the library. You get the same thing for a woman. Women, you all out here looking at the corner or the niggas that's around. Take your ass down to the law office and find you a lawyer. Make you some doctor's appointments. Go find you some doctors. Put yourself in a position to be with the people that you're looking for. Else you're never gonna find them. But if you're looking like on Facebook and Instagram and just hoping that shit fly through your algorithm, like, oh yeah, this looks like a good woman, you're mistaken. It's only gonna look like a good woman or man.
So I'm not saying I'm looking on Facebook fields. I'm talking about that's what they do.
No,
they be on Facebook. Well, I got a question for y'all. A man loses interest in a woman the minute she tells him what?
Oh, this is just a random question?
Yeah.
A man loses interest in a woman the minute she tells him. A lot of things.
It's very hard for a man to lose interest.
See, to me, if I say that, it's going to be like some simple stuff, because I know simple things that are deal breaker for me that I can't get
simple shit ain't deal breaker to men though.
No, yeah.
Men, we talking about pussy.
Yeah. Shit, some bitches be paying for dick too. Stop the misconception that it's just a one-sided thing. Because there's a lot of women dealing with dirty niggas, sleeping in dirty houses just for some good dick. They get up and they go to work and they look nice, and you don't know that dirty nigga sitting behind them. Okay? So men do the same shit.
Say that again.
Right. And then you know
say that again.
I'm just saying, just like men will deal with a dirty chick or non-cooking chick and all types of shit for pussy, women do it the same way for niggas. You know how many grown women I knew worked and was paying for a nigga during the day? You know what I'm saying? Buying a nigga lunch, making sure he had his video game. Do you not understand this? All for dick. It happens both ways. It's not a one-sided thing. People do things because they have a lack of, something within, or they're looking for something. There's so many reasons that people do crazy stuff. But to say like, oh, okay, a deal breaker for a guy, I don't know what I would say that would be a deal breaker for a guy.
Oh, the way he said the way she treat her kids. Nah, yeah, that would
okay.
That's a deal breaker.
Yeah, that is a deal breaker for kids.
Yeah, if I see the way y'all,
because women, and that is a big deal breaker, because like I said, women are supposed to be nurturing. So if you like mean and aggressive and with your kids, then yeah, that should be a deal breaker, because this is you are liable to be the same way with me.
You can't be liable.
Right, you are going to be that same way.
If she yell at her kids and beat her kids and get gangster with her kids, nigga, what makes you think she ain't gonna get gangster with you?
No, she's definitely gonna get gangster with you.
Nigga, your ass is out of there. Flatline. That's how that shit go. Shit, I think a man loses interest in a woman the minute she tells him how many people she fucked. I think if you could be fucking with a female and she fly, and then she be serious with you and be like, I fucked 20 niggas, nigga be like, hold up. Hold the fuck up. You fuck how many niggas? I think that could be a deal breaker right there.
I don't know why anybody would say that shit anyway. Why would you tell somebody, especially as a woman, when you know that the connotation behind that has always been negative? It's not like a nigga can look and count the fucking rings like he can do on a tree trunk. So why would you tell anybody any fucking thing? Even if you did,
sometimes you want to be
so transparent.
Sometimes you want to be honest.
That's bullshit.
That's
a lie, because I just told you that the ideology behind it has never been positive. So a guy is really hoping that you say like 2, 3. So let him fucking hear 2 or 3, because if you tell him that you slept with 20, his whole thought process about you is about to change.
Yeah,
whether you think so or not,
That's why I said if I'm talking to a bitch, that's like if you fuck with a bitch and you find out she used to sell pussy.
No, I'm not talking about that. Now, if you were openly out and people can vouch, oh no, she was out in the street. Other than that, but if you just a woman, it's nobody. Why am I going to tell you I got 20 bodies? Like, I'm not going to tell you that because people are going to lie regardless. That's a question that I feel like if you're giving the person the true answer,
like,
I slept with 20. Okay, yeah.
Like, imagine you with a chick that's your girl. You've been with her for 6 months. She pregnant with your baby, and then niggas tell you like, "Yo, you know she used to sell pussy."
Yeah, that's stuff that you should divulge. Like, yeah, but I was a prostitute at one time.
But like, you never knew, bro.
But that's not a joke.
Niggas telling you like, "Yo, she sold pussy." Bro.
Yeah, that's
everybody coming to you like, "Oh,
that's the problem." If you were out on the street and people can vouch for you selling pussy, you were a prostitute. Yeah, you would want to know because you're now having babies and sleeping with this person that was once open to the street.
These women do that to niggas.
Okay, but I'm talking about just a regular person, day in life. I'm not prostituting, but I've been sleeping around since I was a young girl. So by the time you're selling pussy. Right, so by the time I didn't say selling pussy. So if you're selling pussy, then that's a different story. Yeah, you ought to know that before you decide to start having kids. You be jumping the gun. This is why people be having fucked up situations because now you having babies by someone that you didn't know was supposed to have selling pussy, and now you out in the street and they're like, "Oh, you still profiting?" No, that should have been discussed a long time ago. But I'm talking about your regular woman, get up every day, just has a regular life, go to parties, whatever. If she's got 20 bodies, don't sit down and discuss that shit because you're gonna lose your nigga. Regardless of what he say, he gonna say, "Oh yeah, I'm fine with that." But what I'm saying is as an adult, why are you really? I mean, I understand having the conversation with people. How many people have you slept with or whatever? But I mean, nobody asks men those questions. I don't really think that's anybody's business. I think that's as an adult. Why the fuck are you asking another adult how many people you slept? That's not your business coming into this relationship.
Nigga want to know your report card.
No, unless I was a prostitute, then that's vouchable, and a lot of people don't want to say that, but I'm saying like unless you were openly out there. Other than that, why are you asking people? Okay, because people are going to lie. So everybody is going to lie.
And we should be able to dissect if that person is lying.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the person says. If I say I only slept with 2 people. You're gonna look at me like I'm a liar.
We would know that person.
It doesn't matter. Okay, I slept with 5. You're gonna think I'm a liar. Oh, I slept with 20. Oh, she slept with 20. I knew it's gotta be 50. You're good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And you know why? Because the question has been asked so many times, and people rather know than they don't know. Then they think that you're lying. You're never gonna get the answer. And everybody, oh yeah, it's only been 20. Just stop at 20, right? I'm the 20th. Okay, good. We made it here. Me too. No, stop. There's very few people because people can't take that shit. They lie to themselves. They really don't want to fucking know. They just want to know if they're dealing with a hoe or not. So then when you say, oh, it's only been 2, you're like, I knew it. She was a fucking hoe. She's lying to me. And she only slept with 2. It doesn't matter what you say. People are going to always have their own perspective. And a lot of it comes from the outside.
Somebody said that's why they never ask that question because it make them look at her different.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Whether you ask a man or a woman, how many did you sleep with? You're never going to believe them. The outside world has already told you everything that you need to know. So when you ask this question, it's really not to get the truth. You're just trying to make it feel some type of way for yourself. Because like I said, the person could be telling you the truth. Okay, 5, 6, 7. I think it was 7. And you're like, fuck, nah. And so I knew 7 too much for me. I don't want to be with no girl that did 7. And she only told me she did 7. You know what I'm saying? And that may not be bad to somebody else. You're never going to get the right answer with it. I think people should just stop asking.
No, that's never going to stop. People will never stop asking. That's never going to happen. Expecting people to not stop asking is never. Hell no. We want to know.
Well, okay, so then always expect people to possibly lie.
Do you know that's one of the misconceptions in a relation? The man, when he first meets a woman, always want to know how many women she slept with, men she slept with. That's like
it's not a misconception.
You start asking. Even if you find friends that she know, what you be like, was she out there like that?
Well, no, I mean, people always have that type of curiosity. You want to know who you're with. You don't want to be standing out in public and be embarrassed and have a bunch of people walking up to them or to know things like this. That's why your reputation does precede you. You're supposed to be a human being that wants to live a good life, so that when you're out in public, you don't have that issue, or the people that are with you don't have to feel that way. So that's what you're hoping. So that's why people really ask those questions. But and that's really to get a feeling of the people that are around you. What would they say? What do they think about your arrangements or your past relationships? But if you're asking a person face to face, oh, how many people did you sleep with? Expect this conversation to not be exactly what you would probably deem fulfilling inside. You'll probably get more fulfillment asking friends, oh, getting their idea of what things would be versus, okay, well, how many did you actually sleep with? Because you're always going to feel like it's a wrong answer. You're not going to get what you want out of it. Because people lie. Some people don't want to tell you the truth because they know what's going to happen.
So you think nobody's ever going to tell the truth?
No, I'm not saying there's a lot of people that tell the truth, but I'm talking about what comes with that. You only ask the question because, first of all, in relationships, especially when a man took a woman's hand in marriage, he definitely wanted that. Back in the day, they used to like virgins because they knew you were the one and only that they slept with. They didn't have to worry about that. That's why women used to be taught to abstain. Now we live in a free world, condoms and sex and everything is open here. So these questions are relevant. You do want to know. So there's probably some people that are out there that's honest and say, yeah, I've slept with 30 people. Man may say I slept with 100 because they move at a way faster pace than what women probably do. So then they're fine with that. But then in your mind, you always have that because society has instilled it. It was way more than 100. She could be in her mind like, yeah, he said 100, but I was out there, bitch. I know how it was going down because I slept with 20. He slept with way more than 100 because I slept with 50. Actually, you get what I'm saying? It's always that. People will say what they say when they're in front of you, but sometimes there's people that feel like hiding that is not going to change. If I tell you, it's going to change your thought process. It's going to change everything. Because I can think 20 is fine. At the age of what, 45, say 45, for example, you've lived a good majority of your life, a nice portion of your life. A healthy sex life, meeting people, mingling, whatever it may be. 20 may be, no, I'm saying that's exceedingly high, but I'm saying 20 may be fine for that person. 20 may not be fine for the person she's dating.
Hell no, that ain't fine.
Exactly. So if I tell you 20, you could be looking back at me like, what? And in my mind, 20 is okay. And I'm thinking you're going to be like, so that's why I say it's better. People are never really going to try to divulge.
I look at a motherfucker like they crazy as hell. They tell me 20. 20? I be like, what the fuck? You was out there like that?
You had plenty of time, didn't you?
Damn, 20? With you 40? You had a new nigga every other year.
Right, but wait, when you start, you see how you just said that? Now you start what? Calculating, okay, she's 45, and she started having sex. You see what I'm saying?
That's a lot of
that's why I'm saying the conversation can go.
Nigga, I start breaking the tree down. Exactly. Nigga, I be like, and he probably slept with 6, and then he slept with 20, and then them 20. Nigga, I go forever.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, it can go whichever way you want it. I don't.
Nah, for real, that shit crazy.
I don't think I want to. I just need to know that when we out, anybody gonna walk up, say nothing, say that you owe money for fucking none of this stuff. No, but remember when? Like that's like awkward. But understand when you're dealing with an adult who's had a healthy sex life, they're going to, especially at their age point, they're going to have slept with a few people by then. Like it's going to happen.
Nah, hell no, it shouldn't.
No, I mean, first of all, you use discretion on your body. It's your body. Nobody can tell you what to do with it.
You shouldn't be running like that.
So what I'm saying is just like I said, someone can feel like 20 is not a lot, another person can. That's your body. I can't tell you. So the person that you're telling, if you don't want to date somebody who's been with 20 people, then that's your prerogative. You're going into this. You make relationships sound like it's an obligation. Oh, you slept with 20? Oh man, I gotta be with you. No, you don't. If we're talking, first of all, these are conversations
Most
that
people
should be taken.
ain't too many niggas ain't gonna be with no woman. They tell them she's something with they gonna look at her like she crazy.
Right, a lot. That's why I said it doesn't matter. Women, why are you still telling these men? Because their thought process is really one time.
I ain't never heard no woman come out. I ain't never seen no woman come out and say, I slept with 20 niggas unless she was a porn star.
Exactly. My point exactly. Did you say it again? 3 times.
Never heard no woman come out
exactly.
and say
You ain't probably going to get a lot of women to come out and just admit that shit because they know how you men think. I just sat there and told you. So if I tell you that, your whole thought process is going to be different. The only thing that protects me is that I wasn't a porn star or prostitute, so that people can come around verifying that shit. Especially if I wasn't out there like no hoe. I'm just a regular person. I just had a healthy sex life. Period. But that means if I tell you that, you could be looking at it like, whoa, that's not something I want to deal with.
Yeah,
so it's best, have a conversation with people, but understand what's at stake when you want to dive.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the things that'll make a man lose interest. We know that. That's definitely one of the things. That right there make a man say, whoa. Know what else will make a man lose interest?
What?
You tell him your kids in CPS.
In CPS?
Yeah. When you tell a man your kids got took by the people, but oh yeah, I got 3 of my babies is with the state. Like the CPS take your kids. It's like a man to lose interest when a woman tell him that. When she be like because you could be fucking a bitch and she don't tell you nothing, and then like 3 months down the line you find out she got 3 other kids, but the state got them.
Niggas don't give a fuck. They ain't his kids. They get the fuck on. They fucking.
Nah, but I'm just saying these niggas fall in love.
Don't be no deal breaker for them niggas. Come on, I'm a female. That damn sure don't be no, because they out of his way. He ain't planning on staying around no way. So you said about you or your kids.
You said ain't no deal breaker. Sometimes that'd be a deal breaker.
It'd be a deal breaker for good men that are trying to build a relationship. But if you tell most Nick Keith, first of all, you're talking. That's the thing. You're always talking from a male's perspective. Let me tell you about the women that I've met and that I've known. That's not a fucking deal breaker. The child is not their responsibility when they come, and they don't give a fuck. They fuck and leave. That means the child is not there. It's more accessibility and me and you. When you start trying to get your child back, that nigga's gonna go. Why? Because he's got his own fucking kids. We're at home. At home. Real men, that will bother them because they want to know, why did you lose your kids? What's going on? They care about you. They looking for the long haul. When there's longevity and they're really trying to be with you, those things matter. Majority of the time, like I said, women that are out here dating, this is not your husband, you just met him, tell him your kids was took by CPS, he gonna still buy you lunch, come by, because he got plenty of free time because you ain't got your kids. Soon as you try to get your business and your life back together, that nigga's gonna tell you he's trying to get his back together too, and it doesn't involve you, okay? Seen it plenty of freaking times. That just means that the child is not there to involve himself with that. Good men will be like, well, damn, hell no. Nah, this woman got problems. She's got to do some things together, and I don't want to be around while she's doing it. So I don't want to deal with it. That's a deal breaker. Other niggas be like, you gonna get it back, all right? You gonna be good? Okay, yeah. So let's go.
Nah, fuck that. She tell me that, I'm like, hold up. I'm looking at it crazy. Like, how you lose your kids?
I have definitely.
What the fuck going on?
I have definitely.
Because most women that lose their kids, that means you already fucked up in the head. There's some shit going on.
Right, you have some things going on.
So that's a deal breaker to me. I'm just saying that'll make me lose interest, because I be like, hold the fuck up. I know I gotta watch out, nigga. They already creeping around this motherfucker, knocking on the door.
Listen, first of all, it's best not to engage into other people's problems in the first place. That's what that is. Now, you can love and care for somebody, but you don't have to be 100% involved in that type of issue, because that's not your problem. That's an existing problem before you got here.
But you fucking with her now.
So what? You're fucking with her. Now, are you trying to make her your wife and take this long?
Every time you fuck with somebody, you should be looking for them as in that perspective. Like, that shit's shorty.
Oh, so you should. So every time you fuck with someone, that's what you should be looking for.
You
So we
should.
just spoke about a bunch of people about body count. So if you're talking about body counts, then all of that is not always relationships. People are out here actually living. So if you're gonna have the conversation, adults, you should act like an adult.
No,
The
but
majority of people
living
are not
don't mean
living.
you fucking every person you
No,
meet.
living is not. That's a difference. You said what a deal breaker would be for a relationship, right? If what a man heard, and that would be that the kids were taken by CPS.
Yeah.
So
What
then
would
that- so
what
now-
would make
so now-
a what
now
would
you're
make
put-
a person lose interest the minute she tells them something?
Right.
Yeah,
And you
you
said that her child was taken.
Yeah, you
children
tell
were
me
taken
you
by
lost
CPS.
your kids by CPS, I'm gonna lose interest.
Right. So that means we haven't even gotten inside the house yet. Okay. So this is still a blanket.
But no,
statement.
sometimes people tell you stuff 3 months after you've been fucking with them. They don't matter. And I'm not saying when she said, I'm saying,
Right.
what makes a person lose interest the minute she tell you. Sometimes you could be messing with somebody, they hide something from you, and you've been fucking with them 2 months, 3 months, you damn near move your clothes in, you damn near in the crib, and then 3 months later, she tell you something, you like, what the fuck?
Well, that's what you get because
So that happens a lot.
Yeah, that's what you get, and you got to understand some of these things ain't for us to dissect. God's gonna handle it because it makes no sense. So if you jump in, because you come up with scenarios after you create the situation. Now you just created a scenario. Tell me, okay, after 3 months, that's a clear concept of not knowing anybody. So you should not be living there as an adult. We're talking about functionally thinking adult.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know everything about this person, you don't move in and make that your residence 100%. You get what I'm saying? It's still pretty early. You're still figuring out who likes what for lunch and dinner, where you're going. So you really don't have any business living together that quickly. That really puts you in a bad situation. Why? Because now you've moved in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you thought, just keep it a blanket scenario because this happens all the time. Now you've moved in, it's 3 months. You find this out. The children were taken by CPS. Now what? A whole nother scenario. So now you don't just have one, you've got two, right? So now you've got to figure out how to get out of here if you don't want to stay, break off a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Dismantle. You see all of this stuff that's just coming on top of this that you got to deal with. And then by the time you get back to this person, they're fucking exhausted and depressed. Because now everything is just piling on. And you should have just took the time to figure some of this shit out in the first place. Not everybody is meant to be rushed into a relationship with. So if you run in after 3 months and you find this type of devastating news out, now you've got other issues because you're now involved. That's why it pays to figure out what you can. People always hold back information. Nobody's going to come with a full resume and just wear it down for you and tell you, oh, this is what it is. This is what it is. There are some things that you find out afterwards, but you're hoping that the person that you're talking to and hoping that during these times of speaking with them and engaging, that you're obtaining enough information to get an idea of who they are and what their character is, you know, before you even make the decision to move in.
We know that don't happen.
Yes. Well, then those are those people that end up in situation after situation after situation after situation. And always do and don't realize it because you don't take care of the first step. And we don't take care of the first step.
We know that don't happen.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
We know that don't happen.
Situation after situation after situation after situation. This shit has gotten harder and harder and will continue to get harder. Because you just couldn't find out about a motherfucker. Really, that's all I'm saying. You people do more research on Facebook and Instagram and come up with stuff and then be acting like it's hard to look into your relationships. You really don't want to look into the person that much. You just want to find out blanket information because you really want to have reasons to be drawn in. Some people who are smart look for the reasons to be like, okay, I'm trying to find something. That's why some people do full background checks on other people because they want to know. But that comes from what? Experience. They probably was the one that ran in and jumped into a relationship with somebody after 3 months, moved in, and they got situation after situation after situation and said, I'm not doing that shit no more. So I'm going to do my due diligence while we're engaging and dating to find out what the hell I got going on. So that anything else that comes after you decide to move in is really a problem, right? Because now you'd be like, hey, we had plenty of time to address this. That means you're a liar. You like to hide things. I can't trust you. I really can't be here. It's not like, oh, you had kids? What you mean you had kids? The baby daddy not in jail? What? Bitch, you just had me. No. See, all of some shocking and surprise.
Everything be shocking and surprised now.
Right. That type of stuff is not fair. So it pays to.
Nowadays, when you fuck with a bitch, especially in the inner city, I keep telling you, bitches in the inner city to the suburb are different. You in the big city, she gonna lie to you, boy. You'll find out. You won't know she had another baby daddy until the nigga come knocking on the door.
Shit. You crazy.
You be old something. Nigga be like Jody and Baby Boy.
You definitely.
You remember when Jody went through a Baby Boy with Snoop? I'm telling you, that's how niggas be finding out. You open the door, be like, who you, my nigga? Nigga, who you? Hey, nigga, brace yourself, fool. Nigga, hey, nigga. Hey,
you definitely funny.
Nigga, get away from my kids, nigga.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with inner city. Because let me tell you something. The cousin is the child or the little brother and sister in the White House, okay? Because they hide that shit. They hide it like a motherfucker. Ask me how I know. So you could be sitting around thinking that's Kelly's little sister if you want to. If you want to. They hide that, especially when they got money. Please. It ain't no popping up no kids. You think that they're a family member.
Mm-hmm.